Welcome again to the channel Life with Jennifer J.M. and I'm your girl, Auntie Jen. My viewers, my friend, and my subscriber. I cannot understand. This is the trickery of the Jamaica Labour Party. You can't continue, no man. Now, Xavier Main has been charged, and there's another councillor, a PMP councillor, charged by the Integrity Commission. And you know, I notice, I don't know if any of you are noticing that. The people who are charged by the PMP, I don't see none of them carry the Integrity Commission say, I lie them, I tell her anything. They either got court, but pay them money, or then subject to it and say, well, you know, them not file it. Because I see the councillor, a Spanish town for up, I think a Ginger Ridge, been charged. Not filing something or whatever I'm not do. I'm going to say, you can't tell me if me are biased, or if I see them a contest the IC, any of the PMP, you can't tell me if I'm lying, right? But this is saying government member of parliament Xavier Main has taken legal action against the Integrity Commission, filing a suit in the Supreme Court targeting the agency and three of its senior director, Craig Beresford, Ranif Lawrence, and Kevin Stephen. So if we are going to carry the Integrity Commission to court every time without use it as a backlash against the institution, this can't continue in a country, man. It can't continue, man. This I get from bad to worse now. Kingston, Jamaica, government member of parliament Xavier Main has taken legal action against the Integrity Commission, filing a suit in the Supreme Court targeting the agency of three of its senior director, Craig Beresford, Ranif Lawrence, and Kevin Stephen. The application for judicial review logged on Monday following an investigation report tabled in the House of Parliament last week. That report recommended that Main be charged for allegedly failing without reasonable cause to disclose financial information related to company with which he is associated. Same thing for the leader, same thing for now. Come on, man. I can't see, how this place are going to run, In its filing, Main is asking the court to quash both the July 14, 25 investigation report and ruling of the Director of Corruption that he should be charged under Section 43 1B of the Integrity Commission Act. You should come out of the Parliament. You should take a leave of absence from the Parliament. We can't have a wall of honor sit down up in the Parliament with corruption now, man. Something need to be done. He also contend that the Commission breaches right to privacy by releasing detail about its investigation, including personal information, and that the fact that its case had been or was intended to be referred to persecution. The suit argued that the disclosure violated its constitutional protection under Section 13.3 and 13.3 of the Charter of Fundamental Rights. If you don't want, we're not going to public office if you don't want people to talk about, According to the court document, Main further claimed that the Commission act in breach of natural justice by making adverse recommendation without giving him an opportunity to be heard as required by common law and Section 16.2 of the Charter. The St. Anne Southwest MP is also challenging the fairness of the investigation process itself. He argued that the Commission finding and recommendation were unfair, unreasonable, irrational, and that his legitimate expectation of procedural fairness was not met. Main is seeking multiple declaration that the investigation and in finding violation. All I use the court now if we draw out it now. Principle of natural justice. In addition, he is claiming damage for breach of privacy, including stigma, damage, negligence, investigation, aggravated, and vindictory damage and legal costs. I want to watch this one and see what the judge are going to say. Because if I saw Jamaica go run, brother, we can't all pack up and left on no one year for running. Because the country cannot continue run like this. It cannot. It cannot. We are the people we need to talk out. It cannot. Come on. Cannot continue like this. So, on the other hand now, I was listening to the news with the decision that was made in the court and the review against Andrew Holiness and Mr. Paul Buchanan. And I'm listening to the lawyer speaking. And that's how we have to run the country. I saw no intent for take Jamaica can't continue run this way. Andrew Holiness, this nonsense we are dealing with can't work. You and your people, them, Davy and me and the wall and everything, and I run to the court. Well, in this judgment, and if I listen to what Mr. U. Wildman says, then we're in a bad spot. So the court now look and we got it. They look and say the limitation passed, and what you're saying it never passed. So where do we go from here? Take it to the Privy Council. Take it to the Privy Council. I think this matter should go to the Privy Council. Because if so be it we can't get no justice in our own country from the court, when the evidence is clear, make the Privy Council turn it down. Wanna spend some money and take it up to the Privy Council. Tell me what you think, my people. Tell me what you think. Tell me what you think. Tell me what you think. Like and share and subscribe and listen to the clip of what take place in the court. Sad days for us.
To see the way this matter has been dealt with.
Attorney at law Hugh Wildman on the Supreme Court ruling involving his client, the PNP's Paul Buchanan. Mr. Buchanan lost the West Central St. Andrew seat to Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holiness in the September 3 general election. Mr. Buchanan's legal team insists there were several breaches, but in September, the constituted authority refused an application to void the poll results. The matter was then taken to the Supreme Court. In Monday's ruling, Justice Sonia Wint-Blair said the court could not extend the time set down in laws governing elections. But for Mr. Wildman,
Nobody's asking the court to do that. The law is clear. Time does not run against a nullity. If something is a nullity, it means that it never occurred. It is void ab initio. So if the matter progressed as we had opted to progress to the election trial and to void it, and they made that announcement that the election is void, then time started to run from that time. So I don't understand how the court could have come to this conclusion.
the ruling also stated that the period during which the authority could have applied to the election court has passed, and any application is statute barred. In addition, the time frame outlined in the law is a knockout blow to the success of the application.
Can't be out of time. Within 9 days after the constituted authority ruled not to send it to the election court, he filed an application for leave for judicial review. He came to me and I filed it. The law says he has 14 days to go to the constituted authority, and he went there in 9 days.
Still, the court stated that it's futile to compel the authority to make an application, and there is a need for finality in electoral matters. The court said the threshold test has not been surmounted and the application was not arguable. The constituted authority is an independent public body which decides whether a flawed election should be sent to the election court, which could void results. Mr. Buchanan has outlined several breaches, including double voting.
That person having voted, drop it in the box, come back for another ballot and say that ballot spoiled. I was given another ballot to go and vote by the presiding officer. These are serious breaches. We have examples where you have, that is a key one. Key one is where they had to leave the polling station because mass men jumping over fence in schemas taking over the polling station. You know? The issue here is, which the court should have focused on, are the breaches that were placed before the court sufficient to compel the court to have the constituted authority refer the matter to the election court? Because once we go there, we know the election will be voided. So the questions have not been determined up to now. in this judgment. We are extremely shocked to